Now, let's look at question 11. Here we want to add or subtract as indicated. In this question 11, we have a 16 over 3 subtract 2. How we are going to do that? Of course, there are two different ways to do it, but the common way here is we know 2 has denominator 1, so we put 1 here. And then denominator is 1 and 3, so we need is 3 over 3. So in this case, we then make denominators be the same, which is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. And then upstairs is 16 subtract 6. 2 times 3 is 6. And then we have a 10 over 3. And then the final answer right here is 10 over 3. The last one right here. Okay. Now, 12. Question 12, we want to do subtraction. 4 over 9 plus 2 over 3 subtract 1 over 6. What is the common denominator in this case? In this case, we see 18 works, because if here times 2, we got 18. Okay, then do not forget upstairs is 2 multiplied by 2. And here times 6. Because you know 3 times 6 is 18, which is the same 2 times 9. What do we need here? 6 times what number you got 18? 3 times 6 is 6 times 3. So you need 3. All right. Now, denominators are the same, which is 18. So you leave it alone. Then upstairs, 4 times 2, 8. 2 times 6, 8. So you have a 12. Subtract 1 times 3, you have a 3. So 8 plus 12 is 20. Subtract 3, you have a 17. 17 over 18. Which one is that? One right here. 17 over 18. Okay, now 13. 13 is a story problem. So we see here Jeffrey has 2 packages. One weighs this much, 2 and 4, 2 1/4 ounces. And the other weight is 3/8 of an ounce. What is the total weight of the 2 packages? So you want to add those 2 together. Now this is 2 1/4. We want to change that into improper fraction. That will be 2 times 4 plus 1. Simply use this integer 2 times 4, then plus 1. So divided by 4. and then plus 3/8. Okay? So that's the way to change from here, this number, to this number. We can concurrently do something more right here. You see, denominator is 4, here is 8. Changing 4 to 8, you need 2. So upstairs, downstairs, you need 2. Now, denominators will be 8. That's good enough. And 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1, then is 9. 9 times 2, you have 18 upstairs. Downstairs, you have 3. So then you have will be 21/8. Okay. 21/8. Now, 21 can be break up into 2 times 8 plus 2 times 8 is 16, and you know that will be plus 5, you get 20. So then you have 8 here. Okay. The reason we want to do that is here is the detail thing, is you break up 2 times 8, and here plus 5. You write this separately. Okay, that's not a problem because, you know, 8 and denominators are the same. And you add numerators. 2 times 8 plus 5 is upstairs. 2 times 8 plus 5 is 21. The reason I want to do this is what? I know this 8 and this 8 will be cancelled. So what I get is 2 and the 5/8, and you then can write 2 and 5/8. That's the answer right here. So which one? The last one. 2 and 5/8 answers. All right. Now, question 14. Question 14 says, Daniel is 70 1/5 inches tall, and his brother is Taylor is 67 11/20 inches tall. How much taller is Daniel? You see, we do have this kind of applications. So that's why we want to understand how to do that. We're going to find out the difference between the heights. So make it clear, we want to do subtraction. Daniel is taller, so bigger one subtract smaller one. And then you can do this in different ways. Let me always do in this way. I do is do in this way. Change this into improper fraction. 5 times 70 plus 1 over 5. Subtract, and then 67 times 20 plus 11 divided by 5. Okay. I need to double check. 70 over 5. Yeah, so 5 times 70 plus 1. Good. And then here's 67 times 20. So you see, and I checked, found a mistake. Here should be what? Here should be 20. You may wonder how come I got 5 here. Okay, so we got to do that. Is use denominator 20 times 67, then plus 11. Great. I'm glad I correct this place. Okay. Now, denominators are not the same. So what can we do? Here is 20. Here is 5. What do we need? 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Now, we have 5 times 70, that's 350 plus 1. So then you do is 350 plus 1. So 351 times 4 over 20. Now here is 67 times 20. Okay, then probably we need a calculator. Oh, I have one here, very handy. So that will be 67 times 20. And do not forget plus 11. 11. So you get minus 1351. Okay. And over 20. Here we then have a 351 times 4 subtract 1351. So let me do 351 times 4 subtract 1351. You hit enter, you have a 53 here. 53 here, that's a improper fraction. What we need is the form we want integer out, because that will give us a very concrete idea how much exactly the nail is taller. So how to change this one into the form desired? We do is 53 divided by 20. Is 2.65. You may say, we do not get fraction. That's right. But the integer part is 2, right? Yeah. Then how about things left? Things left is easy. That will be what? 53 minus 20. Okay. Yeah. Times 2. There are a few ways to explain that. For example, you may do this way. 53 divided by 20. What do we need? You need 2, right? And 2 times 20, you got what? 40. And down here, then you have a 13 here. So you have here is 2, denominator is 20, and then upstairs will be what? 13. Okay, this number is 13 here. And this is what? quotient. You put right here. Okay. And downstairs is 20. Okay. So that's the reason when you use calculator, you have these two out already. And 2 times 20, you got 40. So of course, that will be what? That will be 53 minus 40. You got 13. Okay, that's the reason. So first, get integer out. Then you know this 53 subtract denominator times this integer is going to be your numerator. Okay. So what's the answer right here? One right here. 2 and 13 over 20 inches. Click on that. Okay. Now 15. 15. What we need, simplify. That's the order of operations. That's easy. So you have a 23 times 28 plus 20. Here again, you want to do multiplication first. Do not do 20 plus 23 times 28. 20 plus 23, that's a round operation. So you want to do is here 23 times 28 first. What do you get? 23 times 28 is 644. You then add what? 20. Okay. That will give us 664. If you do add here, then you may put 20 there. You get 664. Okay? All right. See you next.